Hello, everyone. I am Natalie, your Pilates instructor, and I am here to give you a mat Pilates class. So this is exercises that is all levels. You just try it on your own. Let me know how you feel. This will be recorded for the JCC. So hello, members. Happy snow day. And also for everybody out there to take advantage. The goal during these snow day days is to keep moving. So what I want you to do is first lay down on your back. And we're going to do some deep breathing. This is going to be a total body exercise forward. So put those hands on your rib cage. So do some deep breathing. Feel that diaphragm open and close. Deep breathing here. Now, I want you to do a couple of more breaths. And out. Arms down here. Let's do some pelvis rocks. Up and back. Get some movement in your pelvis. This is called your powerhouse. So your pelvic floor is where you get all your power. So we're warming up that pelvic floor. And we're going to go here. I want you to take those arms up. We're going to start with some warming up the upper body. Also your upper abdominals. Fingertips to the ceiling. Hands are in what's called hammer. I want you to inhale here. And on that next breath, I want you to exhale, curl up. Pinky fingers tap that mat. Inhale, slowly roll down. This is called your chest lift. And we don't call it necessarily a crunch in Pilates because anytime you lift your head, your belly is going to squeeze. But we also want to focus on the movement of that cervical spine, your thoracic spine between the shoulder blades. Just movement here. Up and down, rolling up. This is called your nice chest lift. Slowly roll down. Every time you roll down, don't open the doors. The doors are your rib cage. Keep that rib cage closed. Let's do two more. Breathing in through the nose, out through your mouth. Feel that diaphragm open and close. Now we're going to add a little lower abs. Now, as you reach those fingers and you do your roll up, your chest lift, I want you to slowly lift that one leg to tabletop. Lower that leg nice and slow. The movement of your leg matches that movement of the upper body. You're going to alternate those legs. Now we're warming up the hip flexors, lower abdominals, activating all of your core. Upper, middle, and lower. Just alternate here. We're going to do one more each leg. And reach with those fingers. Curl up, curl down. One more. And lift. And here. Now, here's the challenge. I want you to curl up and hold. Now, squeeze those knees and feet together so they can move as one unit. You're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Tabletop. Come down. Tuck that chin deep in that rib cage. Breathe through that upper back. Good. Reaching those fingertips. We got two more. Breathe. Don't pop that rib cage. Pretend like those double doors are closed. Now on this last one, you're going to come up and we're going to go into some single thigh stretch. So we're going to go reach. My opposite hand reaches for the ankle, same hand for the knee. And we're going to switch and switch and switch and switch. Reach out with those toes. Lengthen out the leg. Try not to flex the foot. When you flex your foot, the tightness goes all the way up to your hip flexor. So we want to lengthen in Pilates. Make your body nice and long. So we're lengthening out those tendons, those muscles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, both knees. Slowly roll everything down. Good. Rest here. Do some pelvis rocks. Rest for a few seconds. Everybody feeling good? Yes. Now we're going to go into some spinal articulation. This bridge we're doing is your spinal articulation It's going to work on flexibility of the spine. We're activating the glutes. We're going to do that pelvis rock, going from that neutral pelvis, which is here, a small little mouse hole under the lower back. You're going to roll into your imprint, which is your flat back. Slowly rolling up, 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 open the front of the hips, activate those glutes. Remember to roll onto your shoulders, not pass those shoulders to your neck. And start the shoulders, slowly roll down, pass through that imprint, and boop, tilt back into that neutral. Let's go, neutral to imprint, slowly rolling up, 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 up. And start at the shoulders, slowly roll down, working on the spine flexibility. Working on strengthening the lower back, activate those glutes, pelvis tilt and roll, rolling onto your shoulders, not your neck. Now make sure your chest stays open, shoulders are down and relaxed, neck is relaxed. We're gonna do 2 more here, scoop and pass through that imprint, rolling up onto the shoulders, not your neck. And scoop and roll all the way down and tilt that pelvis. Let's do 1 more. Scoop and roll, roll, roll. 1 vertebrae at a time. Rolling up, opening the front of the hips. Get that good glute stretch. Here we go. Start at the shoulders and scoop. Deep in the rib cage. Slowly roll down 1 section of the back and go back into that neutral. Good job, everybody. Now we're going to do some single leg bridges. We're going to challenge ourselves a little bit on some unilateral work, all right? Arms down, chest is open, palms down and relaxed. I want you to take that one leg to that tabletop position. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do 3 each side. You want to scoop and slowly roll up, 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 1 vertebrae at a time. Remember, stopping on the shoulders, not your neck. And start at the shoulder, scoop, roll down, go into that pelvic tilt, and pause for a moment. Reset the pelvis, scoop and roll. Good, all the way. And back down, scoop and roll. Let's do 1 more, and then we're going to switch those legs. And scoop, slowly roll 1 vertebrae at a time. Stopping at the shoulders, and scoop, and slowly roll down, tilt that pelvis. Let's take that foot down, other leg to tabletop. Here we go, starting at neutral, mouse hold. Close that mouse hole, slowly rolling up onto your shoulders, not your neck. And then start at the shoulders, slowly roll down. Pass through that flat back, then imprint back to neutral. Let's do 2 more, scoop. And rolling up, 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 up. Lift those hips. Slowly roll down, pass through that imprint, go back to neutral. Let's do 1 more here. Here we go, scoop and slowly rolling up, 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 up. And slowly roll down. Good job, everybody. Slowly bring those feet down. Now we're gonna hug those knees. Do a little roll of the ball, stretch the spine out here. We always want to make sure we stretch out after a really intense exercise because you don't want the muscles to tighten up. Pilates is supposed to help, not hurt. All right, we're going to roll up and we're going to sit up and do some seated work. Now, this work is for your lower back. We're working on posture. And the first thing you always want to do is address your spine. You want to address your spine because that is the basis for all exercises. So we want to make sure we're in that nice vertical spine. This is your spine straight up and down, shoulders on top of your hips. You're just lightly holding onto your shins for some support for the lower back. I'm pushing my tailbone out. That's called my neutral pelvis. That I'm activating my pelvic floor muscles so that I can get the most out of my posture and really lift like you're touching the crown of your head to the ceiling. You're going to go here, and we're just going to do some scooping. We're going to scoop the pelvis, some movement. And we're going to go here, and we're doing some half roll backs. And the goal is to keep the feet flat and the core work. So we're just going to lightly here and come back up here to that vertical spine, trying to touch the ceiling with the crown of your head. And scoop, good. And roll back up. And scoop. And roll back up. Now let's release those shins. See if we can support ourselves and really reach like you're reaching those fingertips away from you. And coming back up really tall, touch the ceiling with the crown of the head. And reach. And here. And reach, half roll backs. And open up the front of the hips. And close. And really open. And scoop the pelvis. Get that movement in the pelvis. And one more. Then we're going to add that half roll back with a twist. Work some oblique work. So we're going to half roll back and reach. And come back up nice and tall. Half roll back and reach. And come back up nice and tall. Half roll back and reach. And come back up nice and tall. Half roll back and reach. And come up nice and tall. Half roll back and reach. And come back up nice and tall. One more. Half roll back and reach. And come up nice and tall. Good job. Rest here. Roll those shoulders. Now, instead of your half roll back, let's challenge the core even more. Let's do some hinging. So the goal here on your hinging is to keep those feet nice and flat. All core work, lower back, all right? Hold those fingers out. Reach those fingers across from you. And you're going to hinge, almost like you're falling back. No movement in your pelvis. Come back up nice and tall. Hinge. Come back up nice and tall. Hinge. Come back up nice and tall. Remember to breathe. Hinge. Muscles need that oxygen. Come back up nice and tall. So we're going to hinge and lift. Come back up nice and tall. Hinge and lift. Nice and tall. Good. Hinge and lift. Up nice and tall. Add into that challenge. Lower ab. And come back up. Good. Hip flexor here. And come back up. Just taking that leg to tabletop. Alternating those legs. Remember, we're trying to touch the ceiling with the crown of our head. We want to sit nice and tall, even in this hinge. We want the back to be nice and straight. We're going to do one more. Good. Here we go. Relax here. Roll those shoulders. Good job, everybody. Now, we're going to turn and go to all fours. So I want you to just scoop around here. And we're going to come here nice and tall. In core. Pick that rib cage up. You want to lengthen out your tailbone, like you're pushing your tailbone out and away. You want your wrist under your shoulders. You want those knees under the hips and lengthen out the spine. Remember that cow and calf stretch? Do some here. So just do some cow stretches, some cow stretch. Cow and cat. Rolling, rolling. Give me that cat stretch. Now, on your next cow stretch, I want you to hold. Your cow stretch, whenever you're doing this is how you get your pelvis into neutral, is that cow stretch, all right? Now, we're going to do a little bit of bird dog. Bird dog is just for balance. It's for core. The whole body is working without rotating in the hips. You want to make sure you're doing opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach that arm and that leg away from you, like you're really reaching across the room. And you want to get nice and long here. And nice and long, we're alternating. Nice and long. Nice and long. On this next one, we're going to hold and pulse for 10 seconds. Hold and pulse. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch. Go straight into it. No rest. Reach. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you need to rest here, go into that quick child's pose and really stretch it out here. Good job, everybody. Now, I'm going to challenge you again on the core. We're just going to do some quad lifts, which is your quad plank hold. And we're just going to do 4 rounds, 10-second hold, 10-second rest. Then I'm going to tell you how you can increase the difficulty, level of difficulty on this exercise. So go back to those all fours, everybody. Wrist under shoulders, knees under hips. Remember that cow stretch. Let's get into that cow stretch and get into that neutral. Here we go. Now, On the count of 3, what I want you to do is you're going to tuck those toes under you, and you're just going to lift those knees and hover just like that. All right, everybody ready? Here we go. Lift and hover. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. How was that? No breaks. Just rest for a few seconds. Don't get too comfortable on me. We're going to go up again. Here we go. And just hover those knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We got 2 more rounds. Stay with me, everybody. Then I'm going to tell you how you can increase the level of difficulty. Get ready. And lift those knees. Now, if you want to increase it, you can go out here at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Rest for a moment. Remember, I said 4 rounds. We got 1 more round. Stay with me. Get ready. Here we go. Lift those knees. If you want to increase it, step those toes out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everybody. Sit back on those heels. Let's go into child's pose. Breathe here. Rock it out. Good job. Now, let's go into some seated body work. So you're going to sit on your bottom, and we're going to take those legs into what's called that V. Your V is here, you're going to flex. So this is one of the only exercises in Pilates where you actually flex your feet. And that's what purpose to activate up and through your hip flexors. We're going to do some spine twists. So I want you to hold your arms out here. You want to sit nice and tall. Remember, you're touching the crown of your head to the ceiling. So I want you to sit tall. And we're going to do some spine twists. We're going to go 3 to your right and then 3 to your left. Here we go. We're going to exhale and exhale, 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 inhale to the middle, 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 and exhale, 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 inhale to the middle. Relax, roll those shoulders, roll those legs. Wasn't that fun? Now, I'm going to increase the level of difficulty with what's called the saw. So, we're going to go here. You're going to rotate, and you're going to reach. Come up and back to the middle. And I want you to rotate and reach. Come up, back to the middle, and rotate, and reach, come up, back to the middle, reach for that foot, and rotate, and reach, come up, back to the middle, and rotate, and reach, come up, back to the middle, 1 more, and rotate, and reach, come up, back to the middle. How did that go? Roll that down. So the first one was your spine twist. The second one was called your saw. Side body work is very important. How often do you work your obliques? How often do you move your spine in those directions? Having flexibility in your spine and those movements is very important. Also, the bonus to always working your spine in all directions, you get that side body work. So let's do some more side body work here. So we're going to stay here. I just want you to go into what's called your Z-sit, or this is called your mermaid sit. Now, if this doesn't feel comfortable, you can always stack the legs, will be less in a bend, or you can always do this. So it's up to what you want to do. We're going to do some side bends here. So basis for all of your work is to sit tall, right? So we're sitting tall. This hand is here. This hand, your palm is up. Now we're just going to do some side bends, and I want you to make the letter C in this side here, all right? So you're going to make a letter C, and you're going to come up and make that letter C, and come up. Make sure you're not rotating your head. Let us see. And come up. Good. Let us see. And come up. Let us see. And come up. Good. Now we're going to do what's called your thread the needle. We're going to add a little rotation. Remember, we always want to work the spine in all directions. The bonus to working your spine in all directions is oblique work, side body work. Here we go. Now, as we side bend, we're going to rotate. Reach that arm through and come back up nice and tall. And reach. And come back up. Good. And reach. Come back up nice and tall. And reach. And come back up nice and tall. Good. And reach. And come back up nice and tall. And reach. Come back up nice and tall. Last one. And we're going to reach. And come back up nice and tall. Here we go. We're going to switch directions. So remember, you can sit in this Z sit, or you can sit more in this stacked knee, or if that doesn't feel good here. So you have those three options, all right? Hips to the front, this hand is on the mat, this arm, palm is up. Now let's do our side bend first. And you're gonna side bend over and come up tall. And give me that C curve here, side bend over, come up tall, good. Side bend over, come up tall, side bend over, come up nice and tall. Two more, side bend over, come up nice and tall. One more, side bend over, come up nice and tall. Now we're going to do thread the needle. Remember, it's a side bend with a rotation, working that spine as well. Here we go, side bend and rotate. Thread the needle, reach the arm around and come up nice and tall and reach. Come up nice and tall. Good, everybody, and reach. Come up nice and tall. Two more, and reach. Come up nice and tall, and reach. And come up. Good job, everybody. Roll those shoulders nice and slow. Roll that head so we won't build that tension in the neck. All right, now we're going to work a little bit on some spinal extension. Remember, the goal is to always work your spine in all directions, because the bonus to working your spine in all directions is that core work, all right? The basis for all of this work is your core strength and your spine flexibility. All right, we're going to flip over on your belly, and we're going to go into what's called this half swan. Now, on your half swan, you want to make sure that you're laying down, those elbows are nice and full, and you're here. Now, your half swan, I want you to pretend like you have an apple under your chin. All right, so the goal is not to crunch the neck. So you want to keep the neck nice and long. You're going to lift up. This is your half swan, and lower back down. Lift up, and lower down, and lift up. Back of the neck nice and long, and lift up. Now, if this feels okay, you can stay here and continue to do this. Or we're going to go to full swan. You're going to lift up onto your elbows and then just gently lift into your hands. Make sure the back of your neck is nice and long. Elbows come back down and release all the way. Let's do it again. Lift up onto the elbows first, halfway. If that feels okay, slowly push up, 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 up. Elbows down, and then release your swan. Let's do two more. Lift on elbows halfway. Slowly lift up. Good, everybody. Lower down to the elbows, and lower down all the way. Last one. Lift up, and all the way. Lower down, and all the way down. Good job, everybody. Slowly come up. You're going to go to hands and knees. I want you to go down into your child's pose. Let's do a little stretch here. Slowly come up, and let's stretch it out. And let's just do a little cool down here. You always want to make sure that you're going nice and full. So I want you to interlock those fingers, push those hands forward and stretch. Open up your upper back, separate those shoulder blades. Slowly come here, reach for the ceiling. Bring those arms down, hands on your floor or your mat. Roll those shoulders. You want to release and make sure there's no tension in that neck. Roll the head nice and slow. Good, other direction. Good job, everybody. And that is it. I am Natalie, your Pilates instructor. Thank you for joining me today. Now, you can join me at the JCC with our Reformer Pilates classes, but more importantly, we're going to offer a 6-week mat series Pilates class starting in April. So look out for that. But if you want to see me, our Reformer Pilates classes, we have every week on Mondays. We have Monday mornings at 8 a.m., Tuesday and Thursdays at 5 p.m. We have your foundations class, your essential class. You can come and learn what Pilates is all about and start there. Also, on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m., we have our intermediate and our combo class, or more challenging Pilates class and a mixed combo class where we use the mixture of the tower, the jump boards, the trampoline, and our art barrels. And also our newest class is Pilates and bar, where we do half Pilates reformer work and half standing bar work. So I look forward to seeing you at the J, and please be safe and stay warm. Thank you.